Hi, how's it going, everyone? We're back here with another crypto review. Now, over the weekend, a lot of things happened. You can see here that Bitcoin tanked a massive amount. Um, People think that it's still going to go up. I still have a feeling that it might come back down, and we might see a retracement down to 2,000, but that's a very loose prediction. Once again, everything that we talk about in this crypto review is a personal opinion and is not financial advice. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. So, looking at Bitcoin and this huge rally that it did, we had a lot of people being very optimistic about it, and that's where my first red flag was. And I felt like if all these people are getting crazy over here and starting to call tops very confidently, there was a lot saying that we were going to hit 10,000. When things like that happen, that's when I start becoming very skeptical about the market. I mean, nobody really knows how high it's going to go and how low it's going to drop. And once people start becoming confident in calling those tops and bottoms, that's where it's euphoria starts to set in, and it's a psychology. It's a stage of emotions when you have rips like this. So I called around 7,500 is where I called my top, and it went up 7,700, almost 7,800. Which is huge gains for Bitcoin. Now that we do see the drop, we do see this bull run that is, not bull run, bull trap that is forming right here. I still believe that we're going to possibly even top out right here and then continue our way down. This is really good news for the mid cap coins that we have out there: the Ethereum, Monero, Dash, Litecoin, Zcash. All of these are very great coins to be looking at right now, because when this money gets redistributed out, it gets distributed to these coins. So let's jump into that. Let's go look into Monero. Monero is, like what we said, it's something that we've been looking at. I was shorting it last time, and this is where, I didn't short this simply because I was going to fall asleep, and I'm not going to get in a trade while I'm sleeping. So we hit this bottom here, and now we retested down. Shares here to go long. I ended up going long down in the 13 area, 13,000. Right here is where I went in long, and we had a little pullback. So from what I see here is that we'll continue up, and we'll probably explode past this resistance line right here. If I can even adjust it, I can't. All right. Let's look at this at a 1-day chart to really see the scale of it. Fuck. So we have a top out of here of 0.35, and we're currently at 0.20. With consolidate with the drawdown right here, there could be a chance. I mean, we are bouncing off of this indication line right here. I forgot which it was. It's probably the 13 EMA or the 300. Actually, the 300 EMA probably. We're testing here, and we've had rips from, and we were pretty much bought in at the bottom on the dip. It's very interesting what's going to happen. I'm hugely optimistic about it, though, just because this Bitcoin money and Bcash money, once people are getting too tired of going back and forth these two coins and trying to figure out which one is real Bitcoin, the money will distribute to um, these more stable mid cap coins that actually hold better value than those two coins. I think they're overhyped. I'm not saying don't invest in it. Definitely invest in them. They're good coins, but actual productivity wise, I think they're a little overhyped. Where, in Monero we have private sectors, not private sectors. It's more encrypted than Bitcoin, and I feel in the long run, once people know that Bitcoin isn't fully anonymous the way it was brought out to be, Monero is a good alternative to something that actually is more encrypted and keeps you more anonymous while buying, selling, or even looking at what you have in your account, which is something that you don't want. If you go to the store and you have $1,000 in your wallet and you spend $100, you wouldn't want that person knowing that you still have $900 in your wallet. So why would you want to trade or own something that shares that information with somebody else? That's the reason why I'm very optimistic about Monero, because it doesn't show things like that, and it's more practical to its end users. Moving on to Litecoin, we are starting to see some stabilization, some trend reversal. A lot of people are hoping we go to 3 digits on Litecoin this time around. It's a little hard to call because we do have this resistance descending line right here where we could possibly see a drawdown. But if Bitcoin continues to drop, we could go past this. We could go past this resistant line. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on. We can see right here it bouncing off of a lot of the indication lines, which means that it has good support behind it, that people aren't just selling this out. Maybe it's just speculators that are creating this volatility right here, but for the most part, people are holding this for the long term. Ethereum's a big one. This is one that a lot of people have been wanting to see a reversal on, and we possibly already see it now. So let's just draw a couple lines right here. So we have a bottom right there, and we have a bottom right there. My line just disappeared, actually. Okay. And what we could end up seeing is this is already pulling back, but we could see this drop down maybe to right here and then continue its way back up. Speculation on where Ethereum could go to is unrealistic, which is a price set at 8,000. But then again, we never expected it to go from $10 to 420 when it was $10 back in January. So with all this crypto money flooding the market, it really is a little hard to say where it could possibly go. As we can see right here on the RSI, it is oversold. So we do need to watch out that this doesn't break down the support line and possibly even go lower than where it's at, but that is a possibility. Ethereum, it pretty much works off of smart contracts where ICOs are launched, but then again, 90% of ICOs are going to fail anyways. So to really say that this is a true reversal, we have to see a little bit more signs as of if that actually really is. We tested this trend line, and we are coming to a decision point really close. But for everyone out there that's skeptical about it, I would definitely look at this support line, and that's going to be my indication on whether to buy or not. If you do buy, just keep a short loss right here. So if it does dip below the support line, you sell out and you don't have to wait until it hits that hard line, that hard support line. Other thing that we have is Zcash. We have Zcash that a lot of people are talking about, which is a very similar which is similar to Ethereum as well. We hit lows. This one is a little bit better because we don't have too much room to go even lower to where it went. We have a drawdown here, and this could be a possible buy-in area, maybe even a little bit more down here in this area. So I would buy right down here, but keep a short loss, stop loss, just in case this thing decides to keep going lower. Let's look at XRP real quick. XRP hasn't really been doing much. Fuck. So XRP has been, slowly just hanging around this little area, and it's saying it's currently oversold. But we did bounce off this. We are bouncing off of this, and we tested this. So, I mean, it came down here real quick, and it came right back up, meaning that it isn't worth less than where it's at. So that's a good sign. We tested down here, and that's what makes me feel like we are going to continue going to the upside. So keep an eye on that. Regardless, 20 cents is where it's been around for a while. So you are most likely on the safer side with this bet. But definitely when this thing does rip, it's going to dump real quick. So stay on your toes with Ripple. It's not a coin for the faint-hearted. It's very brutal in the way it trades, but then again, you could make a lot of money with it as well very quickly. It's 20 cents is nothing. And I feel when it does rip, it's gonna make some big pull-ups. So other than that, I think we've covered it all. So please subscribe to this channel if you find it helpful. If you have any other coins that you want me to review, I will go ahead and look at them and add them onto next week's video list. Other than that, I'll catch you guys next week. Later.